We have now covered considerations, we have covered character, and we've covered chemistry. Now we're going to talk about conversations. And we're going to have conversations about some of those considerations. So we're kind of combining two C's here, but we're having conversations. And I want to prep you a little bit with this conversation by talking about your parents' blessing. And maybe you've already gotten your parents' blessing. There's a good chance you're watching this and you're already engaged and you've gotten your parents' blessing. Maybe you're not engaged yet, but you're highly considering marriage and you have to seek the parents' blessing. I just really want to encourage you that no matter where you're at in this journey, that talking to parents about your marriage is really, really important, and we want to honor them. And that's what I want to focus on in this session is how do we honor our parents? You may also be at a place where you asked for parents' blessing or you moved forward and you didn't get it and your parents said no. And that is a very difficult place to be. And I just really want to just say that I'm sorry and I'm hoping this journey gets better for you, especially as it relates to your parents and how you're moving forward. And this is a difficult one. I can remember when early on, my mom and my wife, they didn't necessarily jive early on very well. My wife was so excited about our wedding. She was so excited about going to bridal showers or bridal shows and looking at different ideas she could get for the wedding day and the reception. And I remember my mom visiting us from out of town during that season and my wife being, my fiance at the time, being so excited and asking my mom to go. My mom was more interested in her vacation with my stepdad than she was with going to these bridal shows. And it really hurt my fiance's heart. I mean, it broke her because she did not think that my mom was in on this wedding, that she really cared for her or cared about this journey. And it really hurt my fiance. And so I had to stick up for her. I had to have a conversation with my mom about that and talk to my mom. And my mom had different expectations, which we'll talk about expectations here in a little bit. But I really want to preface this by honoring your parents. And we're going to dovetail out of this session into another one about having, maybe even inviting your parents in on a conversation about this journey. Because here's the reality. You want to start as well as you can as you get married. You want to start your wedding day off. You want to honor your parents as best that you can. But what are ways that you can do that? What are ways that you can ask for your parents' blessing? Again, if you're prepping for that, you haven't done that yet and you are prepping for it, think about ways, make a list of ways that you can honor your parents. And then also to honor your fiance's parents. How can you honor them in this journey? I also want you to have a conversation about what happens if you haven't had their blessing. What if they said no, but you know beyond the shadow of a doubt you want to be together, but your parents aren't behind you? What are ways that you can still honor them even though you don't necessarily have to obey them because you're adults? You don't have to obey your parents, but how can you honor them? Because honor will always pay itself back. And so I just genuinely believe that when we are people of honor, it's very important. And when you step into the marital relationship, having already honored the parents, it's just very, very, it sets your marriage off on the right foot.